Hi, folks. This is part 2 of old age and very old age in developmental psychology. We're talking about the development of integrity or wholeness as a driving force towards greater levels of wisdom, which then allows us to engage in the present. And so integrity, if it's not forthcoming, if it doesn't develop, then despair can ensue. You review your past with anger and frustration, and it doesn't allow you any freedom, emotional or intellectual, for being in the present moment. So you have to find meaning in your visiting of your past. Accept it. Find meaning. Accept the realities of your own life in the present. Yeah. Now, we could develop what some have called immortality in knowing that your life somehow continues after you're dead. That you accept the inevitability of your death and the uncertainty surrounding it. But if you can develop some form of immortality, then you will develop confidence that you continue in one way or another. And that gives you an ability to really be in the present and engage in both sexes as friends, and connections get better, and you have a quiet confidence. How do you get immortality? Well, it could be that you have children and grandchildren. That's a genetic immortality, isn't it? Your contributions to others is an immortality. Your interactions with others that were worthwhile in one way or another had an impact on them. That's part of your immortality. Okay? Having a sense of biological coalescence where you are actually going to be a part of nature again. Some people even are cremated and spread their ashes, or they are buried with in an area where they have not a hermetically sealed casket, and then they decay and become part of nature. Other people buy these things called these trees, and they put their ashes in the bottom of the tree, for the roots of the tree, and someone plants the tree after you're gone, and that's a kind of a continuance, isn't it? Well, if we don't get that kind of immortality, then what happens? Well, we get a sense in the other direction of extinction, that when we die, nothing happens. It's the end. And then what you get in a person who feels that way is that you have a hesitancy and a timidity. You become timid about accepting the present and being involved in the present, and what that generates is loneliness and anger and depression. Yeah, it does. So this is something to think about. I really want you to understand that life is finite. Our influence is not. So while we don't continue physically, the spirit of us lives in others. Who we were, the impacts we've had, the stories they will tell. Be a person who has good stories repeated about you. Things that you did and said and made them laugh and made them do the right thing. That's the kind of influence that you can have and know that you've had, so as to be ultimately immortal. So with that, I'm going to end our discussion of old age and very old age, and see you next time. Bye.